All right, everyone, it's 5:15, so we're going to get started. Thank you all for coming out tonight. We're so grateful to have you all here. If we haven't met before, my name is Zeta Chi Rho. I'm the director of the Cohen Institute for Holocaust and Genocide Studies at Keene State College. And each spring, we gather here at the Institute during the month of April, which is recognized as Genocide Awareness Month, to celebrate the achievements of our students and educators over the past academic year. So that's what we're here to do tonight with all of you. Those of us who are working in the field of Holocaust and Genocide Studies in this particular moment, these are not easy times to be doing this work. We're seeing a world that is filled with violence, suffering. This is unfolding on a daily basis. So in these moments, we find it especially important to come together as a community and to recognize those who are doing important work and research that aims to cultivate understanding and peace. So thank you for being part of this with us tonight. Tonight, the Cohen Institute is going to be presenting 3 different awards: the Charles A. Hildebrandt Award for Excellence in Holocaust Studies, the Susan J. Herman Award for Leadership in Holocaust and Genocide Awareness, and the Award for Excellence in Teaching. We're also going to recognize faculty and student affiliates who've helped make our work possible this academic year. And then to wrap up the ceremony, our colleagues in the Department of Holocaust and Genocide Studies will be inducting students into Zeta Chi Rho, which is the Holocaust and Genocide Studies Honor Society. Tonight's award ceremony was made possible due to the hard work of many people. Michelle Kiawa and Hannah Eliason, who you saw when you were entering the room tonight, did all the behind the scenes work to set up catering, logistics, registration, live stream. So, if you see them tonight, please give them a special word of thanks, both for tonight's event, but for all the hard work that they've done this year. We also want to thank some of you who are here tonight, who served on our review committees for the various awards that we're going to be handing out. Dr. Celia Rabinowitz and Brian Krim, who happen to be sitting next to each other. They both served on the review committee for the 2026 Hildebrandt Award, which is the first award that we're going to be highlighting. So we're going to start with that. Maybe not with the clicker. Okay. So the Hildebrandt Award honors Charles A. Hildebrandt, Professor Emeritus in Sociology and founder of the Holocaust Resource Center, which later evolved into what we now know as the Cohen Institute. This award is given annually in recognition of excellence in Holocaust studies. Keene State students are invited to submit essays, historical analysis, stories, poems, musical compositions, dance, film, or other projects in theater and visual arts. This year, we had a very competitive pool of submissions, and we're pleased to present the 2026 Hildebrandt Award to Emerson Decato, a first-year student in the honors program who's pursuing a degree in health sciences. Emerson's submission was a research paper entitled Starvation as a Genocidal Strategy: Food Rationing, Psychological Control, and the Reclamation of Memory in the Holocaust. This was written for her honors course on thinking and writing. In her paper, Emerson describes how the Nazi regime's efforts to control food distribution through rationing and the weaponization of food affected Jews during the Holocaust. She analyzes the physical and psychological effects of starvation, both during and after the genocide. However, Emerson's paper also spoke to the power of the human spirit. Drawing on survivor testimonies, she also calls attention to how some survivors and their descendants have reclaimed food as a source of identity and pride. As a student who is interested in nutrition and its role in human life, Emerson was motivated to write this paper, partly due to her awareness of the prevalence of food insecurity across the globe today. The committee found her work to be compellingly written and well-researched. Emerson, unfortunately, could not join us in person this evening, but we do know that she has family members who are watching us via live stream, so we're still going to congratulate her. So Emerson, congratulations this evening. You can visit Michelle Kiawa on our team if you'd like to pick up your certificate of award. And just as someone who's had the pleasure of being your professor myself, I can say, quite honestly, we're all so proud of you. So let's give Emerson a round. Next, I'd like to invite Dr. Keene, who's Associate Professor of Holocaust and Genocide Studies as well as the Assistant Director of Research for the Cohen Institute, to present this year's Herman Award.
Thank you. All right, so is it still the same slide? You can cheat it. This year, the Cohen Institute is pleased to honor the recipient of the Susan Herman Award for Leadership in Holocaust and Genocide Studies Awareness. As many of you know, the award was revised 2 years ago to provide financial support to students who want to work as leaders to stimulate greater understanding of genocide. The recipient of the 2026 award is James and Laurie. James. James is one of our HGS seniors who is also graduating with a degree in international relations. If you were here on Tuesday, some of you were, James also presented his research that he undertook. James applied for funding to attend the 2026 Global Peace Summit, which was held in Bangkok, Thailand in January of this year. He traveled to the summit to hone his skills as a leader in the field of genocide studies, but also with the goal of bringing some of those resources and ideas back to share with his peers and others on campus. Earlier this week, as I just mentioned, James had a special event in this room to showcase what he took away from the summit and to answer questions. It's inspiring to see students like James who are willing to travel to the other side of the world on their own to learn about the role that they can play as leaders in preventing violence and atrocity and working towards careers in peace. So James, congratulations. Congratulations on your award. Congratulations on graduating the number of meetings. Congratulations. I forgot to bring James's mural with me, which is in my office. So at the end of the award ceremony, I'll bring it and folks can look at it and you can come talk to James about his trip. So thank you. Thank you. Now I'm going to turn the podium to Evan Chazowski, who teaches at Bedford High School and who earned the Cohen Institute's Excellence in Teaching Award last year. And he is going to be announcing the winner of this year's Institute's third and final award.
Great to be here with all of you tonight. Wonderful award ceremony. The Cohen Institute's Award for Excellence in Teaching recognizes a teacher who has made outstanding contributions to Holocaust and genocide education in New Hampshire. The award spotlights teachers who are building a better world through their positive impact on their students, their schools, and by extension, their communities. This award is possible thanks to a generous gift from Rick and Jan Cohen in September of 2024. The recipient of this year's 2026 award is Kelly Jaguar. Londonderry High School. Kelly was nominated for this award by her school's curriculum director, who provided a compelling overview of the many ways which she has worked to promote learning about the Holocaust and other genocides during her teaching career. Kelly developed and implemented full semester course on Holocaust and Genocide Studies and has brought high impact speakers to her school to visit. Past and present students also supported her nomination, speaking about the ways in which she drew them to the subject area and helped them to explore it in depth and sensitivity. Kelly has worked with colleagues across different schools to extend the reach of this work into the community. And Kelly is also someone who understands that in order to teach about the Holocaust and genocide responsibly, teachers need to participate in ongoing professional development. She regularly attends Cohen Institute workshops for educators. She has hosted workshops herself as a seasoned teacher, and she participated in the Institute's 2024 trip to Germany and Poland to be able to bring some of that knowledge back to her classroom. I remember that trip well, and whether I was walking down the streets of Munich with Kelly or standing in the former Oskar Schindler factory, which is now a museum, Kelly had conversations about curriculum always put students at the center. And I remember being very impressed with all of her innovative ideas and actually trying to steal some of them from my own classroom. Kelly is truly an exceptional teacher and deserving of this award. Kelly, please join me at the front of the room as it says, but you're already here. So congratulations to you. And now Dana will recognize a few additional Cohen Institute affiliates.
All right, so The Cohen Institute's teacher award. It's here. Here we are. We're finally all set. So this year, the Cohen Institute launched a new research division, which is driven largely by faculty and students who are doing innovative work inside and outside of the classroom. We wanted to pause to acknowledge our faculty research affiliates from the 2025-2026 academic year and commend them on their work. So affiliates, some of you are here, and those of you who are here with us this evening, if you will please stand when your name is announced. If you're feeling like you need to get up and move, you can also stand in the front of the room. John, you're going to be first, so whatever you do, the standard. And please remain standing until the very end for the collective round of applause. No. The preemptive round of applause, and we'll have one at the end. So John Gittleson, Professor John Gittleson, who's with us in the back, is a professor from the Art and Design Department, and he was our inaugural Cohen Institute Scholar for this year. Over the course of the year, he worked with an artivist group. So artivist is art and activism, so art and activism put together, called the Art Lords, that emerged in Afghanistan in 2014. Together, they imagined and have worked to create a new installation at the Brattleboro Museum and Art Center that showcases themes of peace, hope, and social change. Their joint presentation at the Institute in March was standing room only. We are very eager for all of us to be able to see the installation when it is open and finished. Professor Phil Barker, who's not here, and Dr. Ashley Green, who's also not here. Phil from the Political Science Department and Ashley from Holocaust and Genocide Studies were our two faculty facilitators for the Critical Response Event Series this year. These events spotlight ongoing and emerging crises across the globe by bringing in experts with direct subject expertise. This year's offerings helped attendees better understand the realities that are playing out in Haiti, Myanmar, and international courts, and beyond. We also had affiliates who worked to support the Institute's year-long theme on gender and genocide through special programming. So Professor Lisa DiGiovanni, who wasn't feeling well, so she wasn't able to join us, of Modern Languages and the Holocaust and Genocide Studies Department, hosted a special event for the launch of her book, Militarized Masculinity, which came out in the autumn, Militarized Masculinity in Spain and Chile, and also facilitated a webinar with Dr. Regina Kazulina in February about the role of women under Soviet rule during World War II. Meanwhile, Professor Meg Henning, who is here, so Meg, if you'll stand, from Health Sciences, convened a special event for students across multiple classes on campus this past fall. Dozens of students came together for a special panel discussion, an interactive session on the topic of educating for prevention, the intersection of gender development and genocide education in the 21st century. And before stepping into my role now as the assistant director of the research division, I was also one of these recipients. So in my class on women in the Holocaust, my students worked with the Institute to host a special screening of the film 999, The Forgotten Women of the Holocaust, which was shown at the showroom in Keene, the additional showroom off the Colonial. And they were able to showcase their research posters before and after the viewing. And then finally, Professor Christina Wright-Ivanova from music played an instrumental role, pun intended, in planning and implementing the 2025 Kristallnacht Remembrance event that was held in November. So thank you all for those who are here and then those who are here with us in spirit for your important contributions to the research division this year in our first year. And now let's give everybody a shared round of applause. I'm going to turn it back over to Kate to recognize some of our talented students.
All right. So the Cohen Institute offers a handful of funded opportunities for students every year. And we wanted to conclude our portion of tonight's program by recognizing the students who've given so much to the Institute's work over the course of this past year. So this was, here we go. This was our first year getting to work with Olivia Castell. With that, put your hand up, Olivia, I want you to see. So she served as our videography and media intern. Olivia's main project this year was filming a series of testimonials with individuals who've engaged with the special collection in Holocaust and Genocide in the Keene State College archives. She interviewed donors to the collection to find out why they've entrusted their artifacts and their materials to Keene State. And she also interviewed faculty and students who use this collection regularly or teach about it in terms of their work on the Holocaust and Genocide Studies as well. So you will start to see these testimonials appearing on our social media over the course of the summer, and they are so beautifully, expertly done. So we're grateful to Olivia for working on this. Amara Gates, who's up front, you'll see more of her in a minute as well, has worked as an intern for the Cohen Institute for not just one, not just two, but 3 years. So we would take her on for another, but she's graduating, so we're gonna have to let her go. She has been working as our archives intern, and her primary project has been working with the archives team to reimagine a collection known as the Grudman Collection. What was once this large teaching trunk of underutilized materials has now been transformed by Amara and others into a very powerful digital collection that is open access, that's available to anybody, who can access the internet. And she and her team also created a set of learning activities that are free for teachers to use and adapt as well. And Jessica Dane, Jessica, are you with us? She's around somewhere. She has utilized her dual interest in education and Holocaust and Genocide Studies to help develop content and plans for the Youth Leadership Institute that will be launching this July on campus. She's met regularly with Hannah, who's our program manager, to design leadership sessions, the project that students are going to work on throughout the program, and more. And we're delighted that she's going to be able to actually be with us over the summer to see the program into fruition. And we also had 2 students who worked as funded researchers with us this year. So Bugsy Richards, Bugsy, are you with us? Bugsy is in class, maybe, okay. Was a student scholar who supported Professor Gittleson's project with the Art Lords this spring. And at the public event that was held in March, it was so clear how well respected Bugsy has come to be by all partners in this project and how much time and energy they've poured into seeing the project through. And finally, Beth Guelpa. Beth, are you with us tonight? Okay. Beth is a master's candidate in the History and Archives program who's worked closely with Professor Rodney Obian this spring to develop a new online archive related to Bosnia. I actually don't have the technical know-how to be able to explain to you what exactly Beth did, but I can tell you that this is exactly why we selected her to do this work as our graduate assistant, because she has incredible skills for building a database of this nature. So Olivia, Amara, Jessica, Bugsy, Beth, those of you who are with us tonight, if you could come down, we wanted to give you a certificate of recognition. And also here around here. So as we wrap up the Cohen Institute portion of the evening, it would be possible for us to thank everybody who has played a role in making our programming and our work possible this year. Many of you are in the room tonight. The team at Mason Library, the team in the archives, so many of you bring this life to work in such important ways. So thank you on behalf of my team to all of you who've made this work possible. And at this point, I'm going to turn things over to the Department of Holocaust and Genocide Studies, a couple of our student leaders actually, to host the Honor Society induction. So thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to introduce our 2 students on behalf of the Holocaust and Genocide Studies Department. So tonight we have Amara and Sammy. Are you introduce yourselves? Yeah. Okay. We'll hear more about them in a second. They are the leaders of the Honor Society, so they're going to be taking over this portion of the event. And Amara is graduating, so this is her last time with us, and Sammy is coming back next year. So you'll see more of Sammy next year. And yeah.
I'm Amara Gates. I'm a senior in HGS and history major. I'm Sammy. I am a junior in psychology, Holocaust and Genocide Studies, and addictions. We want to have a congratulations on our inductions into Zeta Chi Rho. It's the only honor society in the field of Holocaust and Genocide Studies. My name's Sammy again. I'm Amara, and we're the co-presidents of this honor society. So we are very excited for you to join us in this vitally important honor society. We, as the only HGS honor society globally, are devoted to trying to spread awareness and learn about conflicts across the globe to work towards making our world better than we found it. Your induction into the society shows your dedication to learning the importance of genocide prevention and your passion for helping others learn about these difficult topics.
We wanted to read a poem because we think that it shows how important this field of prevention of genocide is and how the material we learn in class is important in the world today.
This is First They Came, a poem by Pastor Martin Mueller.
First, they came out for the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist.
Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist.
And then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist.
Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew.
And then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. The term genocide and the law against genocide was created by Raphael Lemkin in 1951. Lemkin was a Polish Jew who escaped Nazi Germany during the Holocaust, although all of his family was murdered in camps. During his post years after the genocide, he realized that there was no true crime for what the Nazis had done. Therefore, he created the term genocide, which is the Greek word genos, tribe or race, and side killings.
Genocide is the intentional destruction in part or in whole of a national, racial, religious, or ethnic group. Unfortunately, this definition is something that is still very prevalent in our world today. With the real-world application that you gain from this major, along with the knowledge you receive, we are better equipped to help better our society. Your induction to Zeta Chi Rho symbolizes your commitment to bettering our world and leaving your mark. We would like to welcome you into this society. When we say your name, please come up, or come down rather, and get your certificate and pin.
I also apologize if I mispronounced your name. All right, James Amari. And then we have two other honorary inductees. Our first is Katie Littlefield. Our last honorary inductee that's here with us tonight is Kelly Peralt. Also have one honorary inductee who cannot be here with us tonight, but we wanted to still honor him, and that is Moses Mugaga. So excited to see what you all accomplished, and thank you all for joining us.